Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is the Son of God, the true names of the Most High and the Son. And again, Yahweh is the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the Son of the Most High, the true names of the Most High and the Son. Right, in this lesson, I'm going to start off this lesson with the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 21. Matter of fact, verse 22. It says, "For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested." And yet this truth was hid for a season. Right, because deceit flourished in the earth for a season. During which this is still the season, but the season of Esau. Right, of him having that power and authority in the earth. Right, for Esau, he's the adversary. Right, the deceiver, which spread his deceits, his philosophies, and his dogmas on this earth, all around the earth, if you will. Right, so for there is nothing hid, which was this truth, hid for a season, for a moment, which shall not be manifested. So this truth is being manifested, if you will, right now. For it's written, this gospel must be published amongst all the nations. And this gospel, this truth, these scriptures warn you about Esau. The scriptures speak about Esau, the adversary, which ultimately Esau, Edom, he's the physical counterpart of Satan. But Satan means the adversary, or he that opposeth. Right? It's becoming more and more evident who the devil is in the earth. It says, "For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad." Mark chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "And he said unto them, Is a candle brought to be put on a bushel or on a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick?" So this truth is supposed to be published, it's supposed to be manifested amongst the nations, man. And that's being done, by how? By the prophets preaching his word. Let's get the book of 2nd Esdras. Let's get 2nd Esdras real quick. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." And that's being happening right now, man. The start of it is happening right now. As truth is, being exalted, if you will. Counsel is being exalted right now. The seed is being put out. It's being quenched. But it's going to really be quenched when Yahweh Shai come back. Because right now it's a battle, if you will. It's a spiritual battle. But truth conquereth all. Shall forever conquer. And Yahweh, he's the God of truth. So all these images that Esau had made, all his dogmas, his philosophies, his own vain opinions, is going to be quenched. Which going into history, he have the world, Esau, Edom, he have the world worshiping a man, which was an effeminate man. And his true name was Caesar Borgia. and forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but he was the son of the Pope, of a Pope. And when he died, his father created an image and made his son an idol that the nations may worship it. And that was during the time, if I'm not mistaken, during the time of the Renaissance. That was the rebirth, if you will, of that beast. Which that's during the time when they came back to well, not came back, but came into art, philosophy, and stuff like that. You know, vain things, vain rudiments, if you will. Right now, today, you see a white man upon a cross, and and almost half the houses in America, half the houses in the world, man. That's the most modern Christianity is the most dominant religion on the earth. No, so all of that is gonna be quenched, because right now the truth is springing up, if you will. It's being manifested, whether you want to believe or not. It says, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Right, so the truth is being declared, man. And it was so long without fruit. Meaning it wasn't being manifested. It wasn't being pushed. It wasn't being published or declared. But the vessels, if you will, the prophets, they're declaring it now. You know, whether you want to receive it or not. For as we're in Isaiah chapter 53, who have believed our report, and whom is the arm of the Lord revealed, loosely paraphrasing probably. Right, so whoever believe in his truth, in his message, man. Whoever believe in the testimonies of Yahweh Shai. Right, because it's being published right now by the prophets. Come on. Let's get this real quick. And there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, let's get Revelation. Right? It's nothing that you nations can do about it. No. And this the truth being sprung up, it fills you. It fills you, man. It terrifies you, if you will. Right, this is a sound of a terrible sound in the ears of the world, in the ears of the nations, man. Truth is being sprung up. Because for this message, this truth, it's life for some. But it's also in this message, it's concerning the destruction of the wicked, man. Part of this message is concerning the destruction of the wicked. You'll find prophecies concerning the downfall of America, the downfall of the nations. And it's a terrifying, a terrible sound in your ears. This Revelation chapter 11, verse 11, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right, so right now you have the brothers and the sisters being standing upon their feet, being exalted, right? And the nations is terrified of it. Cause this is a move. This is not a movement like Black Lives Matter. This is not a movement like the Islamic movement, man. It's not no Islamic movement. It's not no Black Panther movement. This is something that's that was the kingdom of Yashar Allah is being set up by the Lord, man. And who may tear it down? No one can. Can ye break down that which the Lord had built up? It's impossible, man. Let's get let's get Mark. I'm trying to find one. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed. Matter of fact, Salaki, let's get verse 33. Matthew chapter 13, verse 33. Another parable spake he unto them, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. And that's that that increase to that nation, right? Being increased is truth. Being really is that gospel being spreaded, when the amount of believers as well. Right, so this truth is gonna completely conquer the earth. Right now, it's really conquering the elect. Truth is conquering the elect. Right, and the elect is giving themselves over to the truth. So this gospel is being published, preached, and the believers is growing as well. Let's get this lucky. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him. For the hour of his kingdom is come. So like it says, for the hour of his judgment is come. Right? It says, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. Right? So this gospel of the kingdom is being preached. And a part of this gospel is what? Or when you go into this gospel, it will tell you that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau's world, which is this world, has to end. This age has to end. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last aeon, man. Which, if forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but aeon goes into age, man. That's the last age, man. And once this season is over, then a whole new world shall spring, or shall be established, if you will. And that's a world of truth, a world where truth is established in the earth with a righteous king. You know? But really could close off on that. You know, Lord willing, this video is edifying. Double honors to the elders of the house of David. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Salute and shalom to the fellow laborers in his truth. And all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom.